am back with the 3 p.m. news updates. You are watching Politics and Business TV. I am Abubakar Hajara. We begin with the news that a loaded gas tanker overturned in the Anthony Oke area of Lagos State on Wednesday, blocking the main road and causing significant gridlock. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority disclosed this in a series of updates and videos shared on X.com. Personnel from the Lagos State Fire Service were deployed to the scene and evacuation efforts have begun, with LASMA officers working to remove the tanker. LASMA advised motorists to use the service lane after Anthony Oke to continue their journey or take alternative routes. Road users were also urged to exercise patience as emergency services work to complete the recovery process. A combined force of security agencies has neutralized at least 27 individuals suspected of being kidnappers and members of the Eastern Security Network, the security arm of the indigenous people of Biafra in Enugu State. This comes as Governor Peter Mba's administration has declared a crackdown on Biafra's separatist groups and other criminal elements. According to a statement from the governor's media office on Wednesday, the individuals were killed in various locations across the state over the past 2 weeks during shootouts with security operatives. The statement noted that some of those neutralized were loyal to Simon Ekpa, also known as Autopilots, IPOB, based in Finland. Residents have urged the governor to invoke the state criminal code and demolish properties used by kidnappers and other criminals as stash houses to deter further criminal activity, the statement noted. It added that in a recent operation, a joint security team led by Superintendent Onochi Eze rescued kidnapped victims and killed a 7-man gang of kidnappers at Ogbeke, Nike, where a large poultry farm was used to hide hostages. The operation is part of ongoing efforts to flush out criminals operating in the state, including kidnappers, unknown gunmen, and other unscrupulous elements, some of whom are believed to be operating from neighboring states. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has confirmed that the federal government incurred a debt of 5.1 trillion naira in under-recovery and energy security expenses for fuel importation in 2023. It also stated that a total sum of 9.38 trillion naira described as receivables was incurred on behalf of the federal government in 2023 for fuel imports. In its financial statement for the fiscal year ending December 31, 2023, the National Oil Firm explained that 6.25 trillion naira was accrued under domestic crude oil supply and 3.14 trillion naira under other receivables. Receivables also regarded as accounts receivables are debt owed to a firm by its customers for goods or services used or delivered but not yet paid for. The 5.1 trillion in under-recovery and energy security expenses, the firm stated that the cumulative amount was spent as used expenses from crude oil supply for domestic use and other receivables on behalf of the Federation after it instructed the company not to sell premium motor spirits, popularly known as petrol, above a certain regulated price. Moving to this foreign space, Bob Menendez's resignation from the U.S. Senate became official Tuesday, a much-anticipated move that follows his conviction on bribery charges in July. The New Jersey Democrat was found guilty on 16 counts tied to a scheme where he accepted bribes, including gold bars and a Mercedes-Benz to aid the Qatari and Egyptian governments. He will face a potentially lengthy prison time in his sentencing in October. Menendez, 70, has maintained his innocence and said his plans to appeal. He initially resisted calls to step down and until last week had kept his name on the ballot for re-election in November. But in a resignation letter to New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy last month, the former lawmaker said he would resign to Tuesday to avoid becoming a distraction. On Monday, Menendez filed a 30-page motion asking federal judge to throw out the guilty verdict, the first step in what could be a lengthy appeals process. On sports, Manchester City midfielder Phil Foden has won the Professional Footballers Association Men's Player of the Year award, while Chelsea winger Cole Palmer was named Young Player of the Year. It is the first time since the 2009 to 2010 campaign that both men's awards have gone to English players. Wayne Rooney and James Milner won the Player and Young Player of the Year prizes respectively for that season. Foden scored 19 goals in 35 top-flight appearances in 2023 to 2024 as City won historic fourth successive Premier League. At age 23, he became the youngest player to have won 6 league titles. This is the first time the Stockport-born playmaker has been the PFA's Player of the Year, having twice been selected as the best young player. He also won the League 24 Premier League. He also won the 2023-24 Premier League Player of the Season award and was named the Football Writers Association Football of the Year. Foden beat his City teammate Erling Haaland, who won the award last year, and Rodri, as well as Chelsea's Palmer, Arsenal's Martin Odegaard, and Aston Villa's Oli Watkins, who were on the short list. Congrats to Manchester. This is all for the news updates. Thank you for staying with us. My name is Abubakar Hajara. Wow.